Come and get your love. Boom, 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 boom. Come and get your love. Singing my own intro music here again for the Sagittarians. This is your Sagittarius romance spread. This will be a 5-card reading read for people that are starting a new relationship and people that are in a pre-existing relationship to give you a little bit of added insight into what's going on into your romantic life during this Venus retrograde going through Gemini. Just to touch base on that retrograde itself, this Venus retrograde going on right now, you're hearing a lot of different interpretations. Some people are having a negative connotation towards what's going on right now. From my spiritual team here in Sedona, it is very much so not a negative thing whatsoever. This is us figuring out what we want, us attaining what we want, and getting to that place with family, friends, relatives, and figuring out what it is we want in our love, what matters of the heart are most important right now. So without further ado, I'm going to shuffle this 5-card spread for you guys. And while I'm doing that, if you could hit that subscribe button, you could hit that like button, you could write those comments right there on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Our goal is to get up to 1,000 subscribers, so I can then have you guys come in here live and do free readings more often, and basically get the word of tarot out there. I love tarot. I've been doing it for about 10 years now, and I was taught by a master teacher out in Bristol, Rhode Island. And been doing these readings for about 5 years for free on Facebook, doing past, present, future readings for people and all sorts of stuff. I appreciate all the people that know of me well and are here, and all the new people. Thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoy this video. So Sagittarius, here's we goes. Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. What's going on with the Sages? Oh, little popper. A little popper. We'll talk about that later. Do unto others as you want done unto yourself was the papa. Okay, Sag, what's going on in the romantic life? Tuning in on the most benevolent force in the universe that can be of support to align these cards to give you the best possible reading. 2, 3, 4, one more. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 3. There we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God, that's a lot of swords, Sagittarius. So bottom of the deck, the truth shall set you free. So we have the Ace of Swords here. So yeah, that's the message that we're definitely getting here, is the truth shall set you free. So is there some truth? Is there a new belief structure with this Venus retrograde, like I was saying? Is there something that you've been putting up with, or is there a certain way that you've been acting that you do not want to act anymore going forward? Whether that's in your pre-existing relationship or whether that's with who you're calling in at this time. This is definitely representing some sort of shift, because we're starting right off with the 7 of Swords, which is showing the mind causing issues on the body, saying that certain things that are happening in our reality are because of our belief structure, our thoughts, because that gets right into who's the goddess that holds the Sword of Truth. It's the Queen of Swords. Why is she holding the Sword of Truth? Because when we look at her outstretched arm, if anyone could try and imagine how hard it would be to hold a broadsword with their arms outstretched straight in front of them, it would be very difficult. She does not have her elbow on the armrest. She makes this sword look weightless. It's perfectly held straight up because she holds the truth. Can she have not the best delivery? Yes. The Queen of Swords is the person that's going to be basically this very, very firm, very stern from time to time, but also if you are this person, so if you are the goddess that this is your card, just know that the way that you basically speak to people, if you could just pause, and this goes for the god or the guy as well, because they're at the end of the reading. So with the sword cards, what the message is your delivery. You know, people, you know, human brain like will think the way my brain works, everybody's brain works, and that's not the case. So some of these things that you say, being this old and powerful soul that knows the truth, you know, basically talking to people and treating people how you would want to be talked to and treated is what's shifting right here. And this is what's been causing, like I said, causing these issues in the reality. So my attention is brought to the hat on the Page of Pentacles. This can represent money, a little bit of money. This can represent a little spiritual download or some sort of shift. But what I'm getting is, once again, mental thought structures on the reality. So basically, you having this, having these things, having these thought structures, having the love life, the way the love life's been, wanting these shifts, finding the shifts within yourself, getting that download, getting that information through any means necessary. So this is showing the journey. The worst of the journey is over. 99% of a healing is figuring out what was taking place in the first place, saying what you want, saying what you're going to do going forward, and finding these new belief structures. Seeing this guy at the end, this can represent somebody who's ex-military or a doctor or a lawyer, or once again, somebody who has that sharp tongue. But look at this. We're seeing this divine union. And like I said, a lot of swords, guys. We have the king and queen of swords. So, you know, with this new person showing up, let's ask ourselves, is this what I really want? Because what we're putting out in this present moment is going to dictate how the person that's stepping forward acts. We're going to be a reflection of who's stepping forward. So for the Sagittarius watching right now, for you guys watching this video, or you guys watching this video because you're interested in a Sagittarius, or your lover is a Sagittarius, know that you are tied into this reading as well, because we're having both the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. And this is showing basically this journey of what is it that we want, and knowing that the worst is over. So when I see the worst is over, because that's what that card represents in this spread of reading 5 cards as one, this is basically showing these mental thought structures at the beginning. So this is the beginning of the reading. So I see, this is basically representing, you know, having these thought structures of, oh, every time I start a relationship, this starts off like this, and then this turns into that. Or, oh, every person, they hang around for this many months, and then this happens. If you have that belief structure, then that will be the reality that you continue to create. But if we have the belief structure that I'm an awesome person, I'm working on myself, does this need to be achieved with this lover, with this person, with this pre-existing person? It can be. It will be one way or another. But this is something that you can sit, you can go into meditation, you can forgive the past, you can forgive yourself for the reality that you've been creating, and you can now, tomorrow, right now, 5 minutes from now, this does not take years, this does not take months, this does not take weeks, this takes a moment to achieve mental mastery. So is this representing a guy? It can be. This can also be this masculine, analytical, left brain thinking of spirituality, not just looking at it as this spiritual reading, looking at it, this spiritual reading, as blending together the analytical left brain with this reasonable feminine right brain as one, figuring out what we want and not standing for any less than that. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope you guys hit that subscribe button at the bottom. Once we get up to 1,000 subscribers, like I was saying before, and you'll hear me say, until we're at 1,000, I want to be able to go live to give you guys more information, to get you guys more involved. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate this. Don't look at this as a challenge. Look at this as a shift. Look at this as achieving your mastery. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for all the continued support. And I will see you again very soon.